Welcome back. Big news this week from EcoFlow because after a short delay, the Delta 3 Plus is now available for purchase. We have three options here. We got the Delta 3 Plus, we got the Delta 3 Plus and the solar panel, which gives you a huge discount, $500 off, or Delta 3 Plus with the alternator charger, which gives you $500 off. We'll do a venture tech where I do the research so you don't have to. I've been keeping up with new releases and the Delta 3 Plus is finally available. I know there were some people asking about this in the comments, so here you go. It's available and there's some discounts available. These are the early bird discounts. Take advantage while they last. EcoFlow tends to give out the best discounts right after release. So you got the Delta 3 Plus here. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at the product page, explaining all the details, the specs and everything and what it all really means. So it says industry leading portable power station with the fastest charging. I will say EcoFlow is the most preferred portable power station among my audience. You got built-in UPS. What does that mean? That means that when the power goes out, you can have this set up to turn on within 10 milliseconds. You won't even really notice the power went out. And it supports NAS systems, but it looks like, is that an asterisk? So let's take a look right away at the footnotes, because this is usually the most useful information. This is all the exceptions. It's usually in really small print. So it says 1 through 8. All the test results displayed on the page are based on our internal testing, subject to different conditions, including temperature variations, humid levels, and equipment calibration standards. Please note that these results are provided for informational purposes only and should not be considered as conclusive evidence in all scenarios. What they're basically saying here is that all the tests that they did are in controlled environments, and the real world is not so nice. So real world environments may affect the results you get if you did the same test. SGS data source. Analysis based on EcoFlow's internal tests of 1 kilowatt hour mainstream power stations on the market and their official data. So when they say that they're fastest and things like that, so basically this data source keeps track of certain figures. EcoFlow uses that data when making claims. The UPS can activate within 10 milliseconds, which can support NAS systems, but keep in mind, you're going to have to download the EcoFlow Power Manager app in order to use that function. And what's the last footnote here? EcoFlow Delta 3 series are compatible with extra batteries from Delta 3, Delta Pro 3, Delta 2 Max, and Delta 2. That's pretty good. They should be putting that up there in big letters because that's actually a really great feature right there. So back to the top. We have that 10 millisecond built-in UPS, which is really nice. It is 1,024 kilowatt hour capacity, expandable up to 5 kilowatt hours. That's not too bad. The average person in the United States uses about 22 kilowatt hours in a day in their homes. In a more off-grid situation, I would say 2 to 3 kilowatt hours is reasonable for a day. You can do a lot of things with 3 kilowatt hours in a day. 1 kilowatt hour, you can still get away with a lot, but if you're using higher wattage devices, this might be a little bit too small. You might want to expand up to 5 kilowatts if you're going to be using a lot more power. Some of my off-grid setups, I have about 3 kilowatt hours, and I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, the smart app for emergency backup and bill savings. So let's talk about this in more detail. Using the app, you can actually charge these batteries up at nighttime when electricity is a little bit cheaper, and you can use the battery power during the day when electricity is more expensive, which instantly saves you on your power bills. This is a really great feature you're seeing on a lot of new power stations, including mostly all of the new EcoFlow. 0 to 100% in 56 minutes. That is pretty wild, but it is in line with how fast you can charge up a 1,024 watt hour battery, 1,800 watt output. What does this mean? This means that any device that use 1,800 watts or less can be powered with this power station. Keep in mind, 1,800 watts is a really high output for only a 1,000 watt hour battery. 1,800 watt output device on 1024 watt capacity battery, it would burn down the battery in about 30 to 40 minutes. If you're using high end output, you might want to add the extra batteries onto this. So this is an LFP with 4,000 cycles to 80%. LFP means lithium iron phosphate. Lithium iron phosphate batteries are one of the newest types of batteries and the most preferred, I would say superior type of battery on the market. These are solid batteries. They're not lead acid and they're not lithium ion. I actually haven't really heard of many issues with any of these batteries. Not to say that issues can't occur. There is a lot of energy density in them. So keep that in mind. You always want to be safe no matter what. Infinite backup time with EcoFlow Smart Generator. Now the EcoFlow Smart Generator, you can add fuel too. You can use gasoline or propane to power this and keep this going for as long as you need. So infinite backup time with EcoFlow Smart Generator 3000. That's what they're trying to say with that. Now you got IP65 battery pack and BMS protection. That means the battery pack is waterproof. That keeps dust out as well, which is really important. And BMS protection means it's going to keep the battery safe from overcharging, over temperature, overheating, low temperature, and different things like that. Not only is it going to protect you, but this is going to protect the battery and help it last a very long time. 5 ways of industry-leading fast charging, perfect for indoors, outdoors, and on the go. This is perfect for indoors because it is a generator, but it has no fuel, so there is no exhaust, and it is very, very, very quiet. EcoFlow's extreme technology and 1500 watt AC input, Delta 3 Plus charges from 0 to 100% in 56 minutes. 1500 watt input. That's crazy. It'll probably charge in a little bit less than 56 minutes, in my opinion. 30-minute charge provide hours of emergency backup power for a power outage. Yeah, I have an EcoFlow River too. It charges in 50 minutes. I'll use it for sometimes days. Hook up to 1,000 watts to this, so that'll charge it in about 70 minutes, which is pretty good. So if you get two 500 watt solar panels with your Delta 3 Plus, this will charge in 70 minutes, even with limited sunlight. I would challenge that and say maybe it would take a little bit longer, but in controlled conditions, I would say, yeah, sure. On the go with 800 watt car charge. If you use the alternator charger, yes, you can charge this in 1.3 hours using your vehicle. If you're plugging this into the car outlet, expect about 10 to 12 hours to charge it. You can use a generator to charge this with 1500 watts, just like plugging it into your wall at home. This does have hybrid charging options, so you can plug this into the wall, plus solar power, things like that, and get it charged up in that 56 minutes. But that will be about the fastest you can charge it. Faster than that really wouldn't be safe, so you're not going to have a way to charge it any quicker than that. To be honest, usually 1024 watt hour battery, you wouldn't be able to charge it any faster than 1024 watts. But in this case, it looks like EcoFlow is figuring out a way to charge it a little bit quicker, as well as give it an output that's a little bit more than what you would usually see on a 1,000 watt battery. So we got powerful output, imperceptible operation, 1800 watt output, 3600 watt surge. Now what that means is that you can run anything with 1800 watts, and the surge refers to the ability of the power station to run a higher wattage for a short amount of time. So that surge power, they're not really telling us how long it lasts. So we'll have to wait for a little more testing to see just how long this lasts. Here it's showing you that it's ideal for your home, outdoors, because you can take it anywhere. Let's see how much it weighs. So it weighs about 27 pounds. That's crazy. It's super light. You definitely can take it anywhere with you. I think it's ideal for an RV or something like that, especially if you're trying to keep your bill weight down. Definitely great for professional work. Show up on a work site with one of these, they look good. EcoFlow always makes really good looking products, so it doesn't look like you're pulling something out of the Stone Age or something dangerous out when you bring this onto a work site. Sure, reliable backup for specialized equipment with 10 millisecond UPS. If you get the Power Manager app from EcoFlow, you can support NAS servers, HID communication. It'll send a signal before the battery is fully depleted to prompt the server to save data and shut down. So you can switch over in under 10 milliseconds when the grid is down. So that means when the power goes out, doesn't go out for you. You won't even notice the power goes out. 30 decibel ultra quiet operation. I have a lot of EcoFlow devices and they are very, very quiet. I love having them, never a problem. And when you're at a campsite where you got to shut off your generators at certain times, or there's only an hour or two where you're allowed to run the generator, I don't have to worry about that. With the EcoFlow app, you have various functions such as time of use modes, monitoring your battery and power usage, controlling your battery output and input, as well as keeping track of updates on the device to help it running great in the future. They can intelligently manage your energy system and help save you money by charging the battery up during the night, and you use that power during the day when power is more expensive. Flexible expansion for ultra long runtime. What this is saying that not only does it come with about 1 kilowatt hour of power storage, but also you can add up to 5 kilowatt hours of power storage with this. One great thing about the EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus, you can update it not only with the new batteries, but also Delta 3 batteries, Delta Pro 3 batteries, Delta 2 Max batteries, and the Delta 2 batteries. So if you got any of these older batteries kicking around, you can use them to expand the capacity of the battery with your Delta 3 Plus. Again, this is a little bit more confusing, but basically it's just expanding on how many features this power station has. Long-lasting and durable, ensuring reliable backup now and always. Not only are these amazing, but these can operate for over 4,000 cycles, up to 80%. With the IP65 rating, that's getting you the waterproof, dustproof seal. The BMS, over 40 protective measures against current, voltage, temperature, and circuit risk. Thermal runaway propagation protection prevents explosions and fires for maximum safety. The compact and portable design fits in any space very easily. Effortless to use and convenient to transport. Now this is only about 28 pounds. That is crazy light for giving you 1,024 watt hours. Even though it has a light weight, it is not a light design. You got plenty of outlets on this. So what do you get inside the box? You get the Delta 3 Plus, you get an AC charging cable, you get the DC 5521 to 5525 cable, as well as you get a car charging cable for DC through your car. Manuals and warranty card, and I always recommend people actually read the manuals and warranty. You're going to want to know this information first before you go and use this power station. So that's about it with the Delta 3 Plus. It's now available, and I notice every once in a while I'll go to this page and it'll say sold out. So they're selling out quick and they're restocking and selling out. So take advantage while these deals last. And keep in mind, guys, they're finally taking orders on this, but it looks like they are shipping in early December. Chances are in December, these are going to be hard to get. So try to get them while they last. I'll be updating the links in the comments and description to get you to this page. If you use the links, you can get a good deal, help support my channel at the same time, which I appreciate so much. I'll be keeping an eye on this if there's any updates or changes, so stay tuned. Subscribe for free if you want by clicking the subscribe button. Most important, click the bell icon so that when I make new videos, you can get the news before you end up spending your money on something you might regret.